All right, here we go. So I want to know, those of you who came in with me on Friday, did anybody get sore with their calves at all? Calves? No? Yes? No? Okay. So we're going to, I'm going to use our pillow here. Okay, our pad. If you don't have a pad, then you're going to use pillows and stuff. Okay. So one of the, I'm going to call this the back, unloading the back. And why do I want to do this? Why would anybody want to do this? Well, anybody who has osteoporosis or osteopenia, or if you've had back issues, this is a workout for you. Okay. So we're going to use this. Many of you have exercise pads, right? Like yoga mats. Well, how we're going to use it today is we're going to roll it up, because it's a much better thing to use for this workout than those hard rollers. So here is your roller. Now, in order to get down into the floor, we're going to use that as our warm-up. Okay, so here's my chair. So I have simple things: kitchen chair, some pillows. You might use one or two, a rolled up yoga type mat. Okay, and then our disc. Okay, I'm going to put this down here because I'm probably going to use it for my head. So I'm turned sideways so that you can see what I'm doing here. All right, so here's my chair. I have a pillow in my chair. I'm just going to go like this. See that? So today's workout is with people who have some significant osteopenia, osteoporosis. Let's say you have a back issue, or you don't want one, or you're just feeling a lot of stress through here because maybe of a hip or a knee. And you notice what I'm doing? I'm just doing a sit down on the pillow and a stand up. Just a sit down and a stand up. Then we're going to start adding a knee lift and extension. So knee lift and extension. So we're just getting warmed up, okay? We're going to do a cross, tap right here, and tap right here. So it's a cross chop. See that? Now, when you do it, you want to keep your chin tucked. You want to keep your shoulders down, okay? So as I'm doing this across my body, I'm shifting from one foot to the other a little, not a ton. But see this little move right here with my toes forward. This is enough to give your hips a good warm up right through here. All right. So now I'm going to go sit down again right there. Take a big breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Bring your knee up. And notice something, y'all. When you bring your knee up, if you haven't pulled your tummy in, I will guarantee you you're rounding your back. So I don't want you to round your back. So it's a hip hinge. Come back to neutral spine. Tighten in. Drop your shoulders. Knee up. Extend and then down. Hip hinge. Knee comes up. Extend. And come back down. We're going to just do it one more time. Drop your shoulders, drop your chin. In through the nose, out through the nose. Here we go. In through the nose, out through the nose. And then we're going to stand up. Now we're going to cross chop to the other side. So you notice I'm kind of wide here. See, I'm wide. That I'm with my feet. I'm going to take both hands I'm going to swing it just like I had an axe. And as I come into my knee here, I'm going to push my butt back. Then I'm going to come back. The thumbs just tap the shoulder. Drop your shoulders. Tap. Come down. Cross chop. Just like that. Okay? So this little move, if you don't have issues with tightness around the hip, around the groin, you wouldn't notice the structures that this little move right here hits, especially through the hip. Okay, so I'm just doing a tap, cross chop, tap to the shoulder, cross chop. Take a big deep breath. Yes. I'm going to just step wide. I'm going to bring my hands to the W. Okay. I'm going to shift. I'm going to tap my toe. Okay. Why am I doing it this way? Because I want to prepare your shoulders, the whole shoulder girdle. Okay. So I'm going to tuck my chin. I'm going to soften my knees. When I soften my knees, I push my butt back a little, okay? Because when you push your butt back, your whole back extensors contract, okay? And if you don't do that, what happens is you push your knees forward and you never touch the back. So I'm trying to prepare your back, okay? So let's go through that again. I'm stepping wide. I've already done my sit to stand, a few. I've done some leg extensions. Okay, we're getting warmed up. Cross chopping, cross chopping. Now I'm going to shift. My hands are at the W. See that? I'm going to go right here, tapping to the side. See that? I am not turning my toe up because I already hit those structures. I don't want to hit those again. I want to put weight here. And then I want these adductors and abductor muscles to do the work. Okay, one more. Okay, come back into a semi squat, right? Tummy, drop your shoulders, shift. Are you ready? So I know I'm going to be bringing this leg up, okay? I would venture to say at least half of you, if not more, when you went to do this little tap, see the little tap that I'm doing right here, you turned your toe, you turned your hip. I don't want you to turn your hip. And when you do this momentary tap, if you're off balance, just do this by a wall, hold on to a chair, do it with a pole, but don't turn the hip. You want to keep that hip working where your toes are forward. See that? That way I use this to lift with. Yeah. And I use this to do the antagonistic work. Push, pull. See? A lift. Push, pull, push, pull. Don't turn that hip. Don't turn it. Keep your knee soft. And if you have to put your toe down and use it as a balance medium every time, that's okay. We're getting warmed up. Okay, so don't stress about pulling your balance. But this is where, in fact, I'll just pick one up that I have here. I'll just go ahead and pick my pole up. So anytime you're going to do one-legged challenges, and now we're doing this to get warmed up, okay? I'll just use my pole like that. Makes it much easier to do, and we're warming up. Of course, it's going to be more challenging if you don't use it. However, if you keep falling off balance, you're not going to want to do this move. And I want you to do this move, okay? Look at your toe. Many of you have turned your toe. How do I know this? Because I know you. It's what we do, all right? It's just what we do. So I'm going to do it one more time on either side because I did a little bit more on that side. I think Kathy's counting, I'm not sure. So Let me line you up again. Drop your shoulders. You're shifting your weight. You're going to knee bend and the hip pushes back. And then when you tap, you're actually tapping the side of your foot. Okay, you could drop down and tap your heel. That's a little more challenging for your whole foot, but it's the side of your foot. You're not turning that hip, okay? And if I had a magic wand, I would have you do at least a set of 30 of these kinds of moves, okay? Pretty much, yeah, every day or so. So after you do that, you're gonna sit back. And I'm gonna go back into my arm thing. So I'm right here. I'm gonna go palm down, like that. I'm gonna go tap my toe back. So why in the world would I do that? We're getting warmed up, number one. We're getting you ready to do a really good mobility workout for people that have been diagnosed with either osteoporosis, back stenosis, and a lot of those osises in the back has to do with hips too. So as I'm tapping like this, just like this, I'm gonna put that foot back. See, I'm gonna go palm up, palm down, but my foot is back. Then I'm gonna come right back into that W. Then I'm gonna go right back. Push that back, palm up, palm down, palm up, palm down. Bring it right back in. So instead of going to the side, when you take your hands out and you're going palm up, you're going back. Because I want you to tighten your gluteal here as you're doing this little back step. And then you come back down. We're just turning, 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 turning. I'm not doing circles or anything like that. All I'm asking you to do is shift, drop your shoulders into the nose, out to the mouth. Out to the nose if you can. I'm stepping back and I want to tighten the gluteal. Yeah, why? I want it to get turned on. I want that gluteal to get fired, okay? And unless you specifically say, tighten up, they just go to sleep a lot, okay? Mostly because we sit on them too much. They go right to sleep. Okay.
Hey, Jeannie.
Side, side to side, side to side, side to side. Side to side, side to side. Okay, one or two more of these. We're ushering into our class now. See here?
Hey, Jeannie. Jeannie, we can't see your head.
On my shoulders, okay? I'm gonna lift the elbows as if I'm trying to get like a shirt over my head. Then I'm gonna take one hand and come all the way down, bring it back up, get those elbows up, just like that, tight tummy, soft knees. Take the other hand down, bring it back up and get the elbows up, okay? Keep the elbows up there because you're reaching up from here, right from here. My tummy's tight. Bring those elbows up as far as you can. Put your hands right there on the back of the back. The top part of the back. Elbows up, way up there. Swing one hand down and back up. Swing one hand down and back up. Then bring these hands right here. So it's elbow, shoulder. See? The thumbs are pointing back at my face. Then I'm going to bring those elbows in. Then I'm going to open them. Now, if you're somebody that's had shoulder issues, do this whole movement with your shoulders in a lower zone. See how I'm doing? See how I'm doing? Bring it lower. Okay? If you can come out from the shoulders and bring them forward, great. And all I'm going to do now is I'm going to step forward and then back. And I'm going to step forward. Okay, now when you come here, don't just quickly start coming forward. I really want you to get the hands and the elbows back until you feel it. Then you come forward. Bring your elbow together, your hands together. Don't just bring the hands together. If you need to do it down here, do it down here. You can still reach your elbows together, your hands together, but slower. So if you're a shoulder person, you know who you are. Always find that modification, okay? Big breath, see, I let you have a rest. Did you notice that? Okay, step back. So here I am. I get to choose low, like this, or at the normal height, right out the shoulder. I'm gonna step forward. I'm gonna bring the hands, the elbows, right together. It's a big deal, and then come back, okay? Now I'm gonna do a split stance, and I'm gonna bring that shoulders, both the shoulders, into a movement pattern that everybody should be a little familiar with. I'm just going a little bit bigger. Yeah, bringing the thumb to the shoulder, and I'm acting as if I'm gonna run. But these hip joints, the hip structure, the legs, they're keeping me from moving forward. See that? So it's a big motion, but this is hanging on. Okay, now stay with me. All right. Now I'm going to bring it into more quickly. It's low. Yeah, really hanging on with my stance. I'm really hanging on here, but I'm very low now with my arms. Take a breath. Nose, keep your shoulders down. Shoulders down, shoulders down. Okay, go, 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 go. Breath, keep them low. Keep them low. Okay, bring them all the way. All the way. All the way. Thumb to the shoulder, thumb to the shoulder. See this split stance? Get back. Take the other one out. So when I do a split stance and I do an arm activity like this, going from very big movements, very slow movements to quicker movements, and I have this stance, okay, my knee has to be soft, knee is soft, my heels are down, I'm not into my toes, because this stance now, I'm acting like I was going to go forward, right? Like I'm going to run, but I'm not. And so when the arms speed up, which we're going to speed up now, stay grounded, don't go forward, and we're going to come faster, faster, faster. So keep your shoulders down, that's very important. Tight tummy, very important. Breathe into the nose, out the nose. Yeah, stay with me. Keep your shoulders down. Shoulders down, shoulders down, shoulders down. Whew. And now big and wide and slower, 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 slower. And then step back. So this whole part of you was working as the brake system, okay? Because you were acting like you were going to run forward, but we weren't. But we were moving our hands pretty quickly. You should have noticed after doing that you were starting to breathe deeper and deeper and deeper. Yes. So if you could understand that if you're trying to do things to help, particularly belly fat, diabetes issues, and you're going to need to increase like your oxygen uptake. Okay, well, sometimes that's pretty hard for some of us to do that have joint issues. Well, I just took you through a little running kind of activity that has the ability to really get you breathing, okay? And it didn't involve the lower legs, only except for braking, right? So there's that. Now we're ready to do a move to really get the shoulder girdle involved. And we're not going to do it at the end of the session. We're doing it as we're getting into our main workout. So what am I doing? I'm doing a arm circle. It should be called a shoulder girdle circle. And do you see that I'm changing my stepping? Yeah, I'm just stepping back, stepping forward. And as I do this arm circle, it's not fast. My shoulders are definitely down. My tummy is braced. Breathing in, making the whole movement pattern. And I hope Kathy's counting because I'm trying to push you to 30 of these. Now, if you need to take a rest anytime, you can take a rest. Shoulder mobility is gonna increase when you can increase your strength, okay? And this kind of a skill, a drill skill, is gonna help you be able to hang on to whatever it is that you're needing to do. Cooking, cleaning, painting, doing your hair, yeah. Take a breath, and then we're gonna go down. I think we hit 30. I'll try to count. Okay, see what I'm doing? I'm just resting, just resting. I hope you noticed my palms were down while I was doing that first one, the first set. So let me just tell you, so yes, this is for osteoporosis, but this workout, osteoporosis, osteopenia, sarcopenia, all this having to do with your back. But it has to do with your shoulders. It has to do with your hips as well. So all I'm doing is giving you a little rest. I'm just stepping forward and back, stepping forward and back, keeping my tummy tight, okay? Drop my shoulders. This time now, I'm gonna put my palms up, like that. Some of you need to do this lower, okay? So in your quest, so you're gonna go in the direction that their thumb is pointing, okay? So as I'm doing this, I'm just gonna gently step over and back. Just a little tiny step. But that little tiny step helps you have a lot more body, especially spinal awareness. So you keep your shoulders down, keep your arms as straight as possible. You're just gonna step over a foot, bring it back, step over a foot, bring it back. So I'm doing all this barefooted. Okay, I forgot to start counting. I think I'm halfway here. Take a big deep breath through the nose, out through the nose. Drop your shoulders. Keep dropping your shoulders. This is a whole shoulder girdle movement. It's not just an arm circle. It's a big difference, right? Okay. Breath, breath, breath. Okay, we're down to about the last 8 of them, I think. All right, keep your palms up. Breath, breath. Stay with me, stay with me, stay with me, stay with me. And bring them down. Okay, listen, y'all. If that was getting your attention and you're like, oh my gosh, we need to do this on a regular basis. Bring those hands here and then go like this, okay? Bring them right back up here, just like you were shushing down a mountain. Let's say you have your ski poles right in your hands and you're just gonna do that kind of a together motion. See? Shushing down the mountain. You do not want to flare your elbows here. Do not flare your elbows here. Breath. Well, this is a recovery. We're not going to do a ton of them. But think about your movement pattern. Get that chin tucked. As you're pressing into this high modified squat, push a little into the heels. And you're really bringing those elbows back, and you're bringing them up. We've already practiced this, right? Remember those moves we did just a few minutes ago, where I had you bring your elbows up? Yeah. Okay, one more. Here we go. Oh, and back down. Nice. So now I see I've got my pillow on my chair. So you don't always have to go all the way down to the chair. Go ahead and put a pillow there. Go ahead and tap that butt right down and then stand back up. I want you to take your fingers in a V with the thumb and the forefinger and put it right at the hip joints. I want you to feel that hip in action. And then as you push through your heels and you stand up right now, I want you to tighten that butt, like so tight. Now release, come back down, push into the heels, come back up, squeeze, 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 come back down, and come back up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Drop your shoulders, drop your shoulders. Here we go. One more, here we go. And come back up. Yes. All right. Here's my chair. Here's my pillow. I got another one over here. I'm going to use a yoga mat or an exercise mat of any sort. I'm rolled it up. This is going to be what I'm going to lay down on my spine. I'm going to lay down on my spine right there, like that. Okay? I really, really want you guys to get this today. Because if I, again, had a magic wand for everybody that's out there that's joining me, if you would spend even 5 minutes a day in this position on a rolled up mat like this, so that's much softer than some of those hard rolls, we used to use them in class. I use them for all kinds of things. Anyway, so here's my chair. I'm going to come here, take one leg back, come right down here like this, on all fours. See that? Here's my little yoga mat that's rolled up. Okay? I'm going to move my chair over because I think I'll need the room. Okay? And I think everybody can see me back here. So what am I going to do? I'm going to sit right on that yoga mat. See that? So I'm holding like everything that you're following me, okay? This is a very important position to learn to do, okay? For all those issues that I'm talking about. So I'm sitting at the very edge of the roller. Now I'm going to go down this way. Some of you need to go this way. And you need to roll just like you're going to roll into bed. So you either roll into bed that way or go back like I did. Okay? However you do it, your whole spine from the coccyx to the nape of your neck is on the roller. Then you put this right behind your head or any kind of pillow that's going to help you be comfortable. There, you got it? Okay, so I'm right here. And use your hands so you don't roll off the thing. Okay? Now you're going to tighten your tummy. You're not going to depress the spine. Okay, that's a big difference. Don't depress the spine like make a flat back. I don't want a flat back. Okay? So I'm going to be just right here. I'm going to just bring one knee up and down, one knee up and down. So if you're on the roller, or if you don't have a roller, just roll up a pillow, roll up a towel, a big old beach towel, that'd be fine. Drop your shoulders, tighten your tummy, but don't flatten stay neutral. Okay, that means there's a little space right at the small of the back. That's a neutral spine. Then I'm going to just stretch up for a second. See, I'm bringing the knee in, and I'm holding my balance. So it's helping to lengthen and strengthen the spine without putting pressure where you don't want it. So it's an unloaded, you're unloading the back when you get in this position. That's why I want so much for you to learn how to do this. So see how I'm coming knee in? You don't have to bring your knee up if you don't want your leg up if you don't want to. Just bring your knee in, put it down. Bring your knee in, put it down. It's gonna rock you. That's the stability, that's the work that has to happen to keep you on target here, okay? Bring that knee in, bring it down. Take a breath through the nose, out through the nose. So you're gonna tighten your tummy when you bring your leg up, but you are not gonna flatten the spine. I hope that I'm making myself clear on that, okay? So once I've done that, I'm gonna take a big deep breath. I'm gonna flip one leg, go down, just like this, okay? One leg is, knee is bent, foot is on the floor. I use my hands to stabilize. Drop your shoulder, pull your shoulders in. Get ready. So you're gonna bring a leg up and back down. So you're gonna be pushing into the foot that's supporting you here. Lift and back down. Lift and back down. Lift and back down. Lift and back down. Take a breath. Into the nose, out through the nose. Make sure that you're maintaining a neutral spine. That means your tummy is raised, but you do not jam the small of your back into the rolled up pillow or whatever you're doing this on. Okay? Stay with me. Take a breath. Just two more. Just two more. One more. And bring that leg right there. Now you should have started to feel your quad kicking. Drop your shoulders. You want to brace your tummy. Don't compress the spine. Okie dokie. Here we go. Bring the other one all the way out, and you're just going to touch and lift it up. As far as you can. Touch, lift it up. Stay on that roll. It could be a rolled up pillow. It could be a rolled up beach towel. A yoga mat is about the right consistency because it has a little bit of form to it, but it's soft. And it's very doable with pretty much any of those spine conditions that I'm talking about. So don't start lifting with a straight leg very fast. Don't speed it up. Into the nose, out through the nose. You're pushing on your foot, you're pushing on your hands, you're staying on the roller or on the towel that's rolled up. Okay, keep the tummy tight, but you have a little space right at the small of your back. Okay, just a couple more. Stay with me, you guys. I'm through with you. Okay, one more. And bring that knee. So, doing those two, you should have really felt your quads starting to really contract. All right? So one more time, we're gonna bring the knee in, and then we're gonna put it down. Be mindful, when you bring it in, and you go to put it down, you have to use all kinds of mechanisms through your pelvic, all through the lower spine, lower back, lower abdomen. Big deal. It's a big deal. Okay, so I'm going to just turn. I'm going to help you to roll off this thing. So see, I'm going to roll, and anybody can roll off of it very safely. Okay, so once you've rolled off, good. You're going to keep your little pillow here. take that same roll and you're gonna put it right across the abdomen from hip bone to hip bone. Make sure it's spongy. If it's too high, then just get a simple pillow. That'll be just fine. Roll it up a bit and put the pillow right there. That's perfectly fine. Do that. Okay, so one or the other. I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna just lay down so that it's right across my hips, okay? From one hip bone to the other hip bone. So I'm gonna be right here. I got my little pillow here, and I'm gonna push it underneath me. And then I'm gonna just press my hips down, and I'm gonna tighten my gluteal as I lift my heel. See how my elbows are down and I'm doing a hyperextension on my back, a gentle hyperextension? And I'm gonna squeeze my butt and bring that hip to the heel. Okay, I'm sorry, heel to the hip. Squeeze, heel to the hip, and back down. Now see how I'm just using this pillow to put my chin on? Bring the heel to the hip. And if you're doing this move and you're not squeezing your butt, you want to squeeze your butt while you do this move. Breath, 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 breath. Just bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Don't do it quick, and don't do it so that it comes in too tight, because your hamstring could grab on you. Okay, now I'm just prepping you. So now I'm gonna come on down. I'm gonna come on down. I'm gonna turn my head to the side. I'm still got this across my hips, right there, okay? Then I'm gonna just go to the toe and squeeze my butt. Okay, so we already got this started. My knee is bent. I go straight with my leg, squeeze my butt, bring it up. So here I am. I'm gonna go straight with my leg, squeeze my butt, bring that up. Not very far. So right there, squeeze your rear end, and then lift. And have to turn your head. Okay, you're gonna find that you're more stiff on one side of your neck than the other. Here we go, straight, lift, down, here we go, straighten the leg, squeeze your butt, and then lift. Lift, breath, and lift, and breath, and lift, and breath, and lift, and breath. So you're doing all these lifts, squeezing that butt. Okay, so I'm gonna push this pillow in. So it's gonna lift me up. I'm gonna put my elbows down. And by just doing this, I drop my shoulders. I can fold my hands and put right underneath my chin. I'm gonna put my legs flat down, flat down. Keep my chin tucked. Stay up. Nice, gentle hyperextension. Just hang out here for a few seconds to even 5 to 15 minutes. Okay? You could watch a whole episode of whatever show you're watching. Doing this little move. Wouldn't that be good? I don't know if you'd be able to get up out of that. But oh well. Okay. So I wanted to get you down into this position so that you really understand how to get in and out of this kind of position. So I'm going to go back into my hands and knees. I'm going to take my pillow. I'm going to set myself up again. Because some of you avoid this position like the plague. And you should not. So I'm going to come right here. I'm going to sit on the side. I'm going to go ahead and roll myself onto the roller. Okay? I'm just gonna roll right onto the roller, put a little pillow under my head, and then I'm gonna drop my knees to the side, bring them up, drop them to the side, and you're gonna fall off a bit, and you just climb right back up. So when you do this kind of a move, and you do it with that rolled up yoga mat, rolled up towel, it helps your body positioning for your spine, for you to really integrate and unload in such a way that it won't hurt you. Okay, so I'm right here. I'm just gonna roll. I don't do it fast, but I just kind of keep moving here. And it's kind of like once you get it down there, you can stay down there if you want to. Then I'm gonna roll and roll. Take a breath, drop your shoulders. In through the nose, out through the nose. Do it a couple of times. Bring that knee back in to the chest. And if you want to now, you can sneak it up. You're going to go point, flex, point, flex. You're going to keep that little tiny smallness in the back, that little S curve. Okay, bring the knee in, bring it up, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Bring it back in. Sometimes when I overdone my back or something, or it's just tight, maybe it's from my hip, who knows? I might spend, an extra amount of time doing some of these very simple but very directed moves. So these are not like a willy-nilly, just do this, do this. When you're coming down like this, you don't want to just fall off of that. You want to guide yourself. And when you bring it back up, it's using the whole core in order to do that. But because you're on that towel, it helps you to unload the spine as you're working your core. Take a big deep breath, drop those shoulders. Now, how are you going to get out of this? You're just going to roll off of it. Roll like you're going to go to your hands and knees, just like this. And you're going to come up out of that. Okay? So here I am, hands and knees. I'm going to do a cat, camel. Okay, so you're going to tuck, 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 squeeze your butt, your hip way down. You're going to come back. Take a big deep breath. Cat, camel. Up the chin. Here we go. Back in. And we're going to come back down. Take a big deep breath. Then I'm going to find my chair. So I'm going to go straight from this. I'm going to find my chair. And anytime you need to, when you're on your hands and knees like this, put your knee in on the little pillow if you want to, if it bothers you at all. So now that you're on your hands and knees, just bring one knee to the side of the chair. See that? Then you're going to reach and you're going to lean into the chair until you feel a little stretch in your groin, right here in this leg. See, I'm going to go reach up there, then I'm going to reach down here and I'm going to press my hip toward the chair. That should really give you a quality groin stretch without hurting anything in your spine or hurting anything in your hip. This is my replaced hip, this one. This feels so good and supportive, and it's not going to put my hip in danger at all. Then I just come down, take a big deep breath, and I'm going to come this way. Yeah, I put my foot there, and then I bring the chair into me so that I can go forward. And I can go forward quite a bit until I can feel that stretch in the groin. You should have that. You should feel it. Big breath. Keep your shoulders down. Hang out here for just a few seconds. And move back from from it. You could do it twice. Okay, just press right into there. Adjust your leg, your knee, the chair. Then I'm going to come back. Press on the chair. Bring myself up. Take your hands right behind the chair. You're going to really get into the lats here. Really push your butt back. Keep your ears beside your biceps. Then I'm going to come right back into here. My knees are very bent. I'm going to come up. Take a big deep breath. Turn my chair into a standing half pump. I'm going to just press this back. And I'm going to bring my knee forward. And I'm going to just keep my toes forward. And I'm going to do a little tiny calf pump. See that? Knee is bent. Then you press back to your heel. Then you drop your shoulders. Knee, drop your shoulders, press back. Now hang out here for just a little bit and let your calf really settle down right there. So I think of Bonnie whenever I do this kind of a move because it's so good for your Achilles, your plantar fascia, your calf. You tend to get cramps in your calf. Drop your shoulders. Okay. Take a deep breath into the nose, out through the nose. Now, to get out of here, you're going to press this knee forward and just step forward. See that? So, hang on to your chair. Take your leg, go back into the straight back position. Take this knee forward and drop your shoulders. After you've held this position a little, do a gentle knee bend and then press back. A gentle knee bend and then press back. A very gentle knee bend and press back. Okay, just keep working that, but keep your heel down. Keep your rib cage up, your shoulders are down. And at the same time, I can do a gentle head turn, stretching all those neck muscles. In through the nose, out through the nose, bend, keep your heel down, and just do a little calf pump. That's what this is called. It's not done fast. And you can hang out wherever you're feeling a stretch or a squeeze, as I call it. Just hang out there for a bit. Okay, keep at it, keep at it, keep at it. Let me check our time. Good. Okay. Come back from that. Step into it. I'm right here. I'm gonna turn my chair again. Okay. Now, again, coming into our final moves. I'm going to go ahead and use my pillow. I like to use my pillow. Let's step on there with both feet. Okay. Go to the toes, to the heels, to the toes, to the heels. All right. I'm going to look back. I can either use my chair, put my hand on, or I can use a pole, or I can use them both. But what you're going to do is you're going to just drop your heels now off of that pillow. Okay, just drop your heels. Okay, keep your chin tucked. You're going to say rib cage up. You're dropping your heels. Okay. Now I want you to press up, but I want you to just do it with just barely toe tapping. See, I'm pressing into one toe. I have this toe here just as a balance medium. I'm only going to do a couple. Okay? So now I'm stretching them both. Yeah. This should feel really good on your calves, on your underneath your feet. And if you've got the balls of your feet on the pillow and you're hanging off with your heels, and then bring that one The one leg is going to do the lifting, okay? The one leg. If you get confused, all you gotta do is step forward like that, and then you'll get it, all right? Sometimes it makes signals with our feet. We don't know quite which way we're going with it. See how I'm doing that? Big breath. Breath in the nose, breath out of the nose. Okay, see how I'm going up and down with one leg? Yeah. So this is the part of strength work that we tend to forget with Achilles tendonitis, with plantar fasciitis. And so when you do it like this, see how I stepped forward gently with one? I'm not engaging here, is the point. I'm on that back leg and I'm making myself do this one-legged heel lift. Okay. This would be one of my choice exercises for someone who needed to actually not just the calf to work on, but actually their hamstrings. So this would be perfect for like Catholic to use. Okay. Okay, big breath. Last one. You ready? Now, I didn't ask this before because I wanted you to get your feet going correctly. However, many of you have not tightened in your butt. And you've been doing this with your butt not engaged, okay? The visual is waving to everybody. And you don't want it to. You want to tighten that butt in. Don't fall off the pillow laughing. You get the idea, right? So see how my toes are on my pillow and I'm lifting my heels and I'm engaging my glutes as I do this, okay? Deep breath. In the nose, out through the nose, if possible. Okay, I'm using my pole, I'm using my chair, because I'm trying to work into that calf as it relates to the hamstring, as it relates to the gluteal, as the gluteal relates to the spine and all those spine issues that I told you we were going to start addressing today with a rolled up mat. And these are, a lot of them are like that neoprene type material. So they're soft, but yet they have a form to them. Okay, so I'm going to step wide. I'm just going to dig in, just like that. See that? Now, don't just start swinging it, because whenever I take this and I turn and I go this way, see what I would be looking at if I were just with you is I would be looking at where's your chin in relationship to your shoulder. That's number one. Number two, I would say soften your knees. So when you come right here, you're in a really good neutral stance. Your rib cage is up, and as you dig in right here, I'm not over twisting. That's the point. There's so many people that have a diagnosis of osteoporosis, osteopenia, which is just before osteoporosis, spinal stenosis, and they're very worried about their spines. But yet some of these moves that we have done all our lives, this could be typical kayaking, canoeing, that type of move. So whenever that you're going to do this, try to stay upright, stay rib cage up, and as you dig in with your arms, and we did a lot of arm stuff today, make sure that you don't over pull, don't over twist with force. See how I come out to the side? My knees are soft, rib cage up, and I dig in, but where's the chin? It's right here, okay? And I don't over twist, it's the point. And once you've done this a couple of times, and we're not putting force on it, of course, if you're in water, we would. But, oh my goodness, for no other reason to do those moves on these these, the rolled up pillow, the rolled up yoga mat, whatever that you use, the rolled up beach towel, for no other reason, to just unload and do some of those leg moves. And I didn't even do some of the arm moves today because I wanted to get the leg moves in there while you're on the roll. It will help you with so much less pain. That's one of the biggest reasons I can say, if you can just get yourself down and do it, it will help you tremendously. I hope you got it.